Hey guys, so let's quickly talk about the debate of business credit versus personal credit. So I personally think it's the healthier strategy to initially focus on fixing your personal credit rather than jumping right in and trying to pursue exclusively seeking business credit. You can, of course, sort of split the difference and be working on both, but the point is it's crucial to have your personal credit in line and all squared away and totally intact and repaired prior to seeking business credit, because business credit is actually contingent in many ways, surprisingly, on your personal credit, at least initially. So for example, you can have an amazing looking personal credit score, but if you have a terrible one and you apply for business credit, it doesn't matter how good the LLC is looking. Even if you've done the next steps, which I don't recommend you jumping the gun and doing, getting your DUNS number, getting your EIN, getting vendors connected to you and getting trade lines with them, that's all later on. Some people want to just jump right into that because, of course, business funding is usually about 10x what you'd get for personal funding, whatever the score may be. And once you do establish a business credit, it actually is separate from your personal credit. But that's, you have to cross that bridge when you come to it. So the idea is, for example, my friend, had a very good score. He ended up with, I think, a low 700s, something like that, maybe high sixes. He had fixed his personal credit prior to going in and seeking any kind of business line of credit for his LLC. So he went to the bank and he said, hey, here's my personal credit, which they did run because it was his first time looking for funding for his business, which, after a bit and you've established your business credit, it can be a separate thing, which is amazing. It doesn't connect to your Social Security, none of your personal credit is even involved when it's purely business credit, but it does take a bit to establish that, so that's why these are the steps you have to go through to do that. It's a sequential process. So anyway, he went to the bank, he said, here's my personal credit, I have 2 LLCs, what can you do for me? And they actually said, well, here's what we can do, your personal credit is so strong that we can approve you right away for $20K. For sure, for your business, a business line of credit, because it's connected to you and your profile, which is very strong. We can tell you're a good borrower. And here's the thing, they also said, well, since you have 2 LLCs, we're happy to, just offer you $20K each. So he walked out of there with $40K in business loans because he had 2 LLCs. They had been around for a bit, that helps too. One of them had been around 2 years, but still, his personal credit was fixed first, and that was the factor that the bank looked at, and they said, okay, this is a good guy to lend to. We like his LLCs, we're going to give them some money because he knows what to do with the money, he's not going to mess it up. That's the whole point. And then actually, my other friend had a higher score, he had 720 to 730, something like that. He went in to a bank and they said, well, thanks to the fact that you have 2 LLCs, they give him $35K per, so that's 70 grand walking out of the bank that day, just thanks to his personal credit being solid, and then his business credit, backing that up, and the LLC profile worked. So here's the thing, it's just one bank. He could very easily go down to the bank down the street and say, hey guys, here's my profile, here's my LLCs. What do you think? And they could give him a comparable amount, they could give more or less. They're not gonna say no if another bank has said yes. So it's nice, it's really scalable in that you can go to multiple lenders with the same strong personal credit and LLCs and get substantial amounts of funds that you can put into stuff that generates you more revenue, marketing, anything you want. So I hope that's helpful. Again, it's a big debate. People want to jump right into business, but as I'm telling you, the lenders do initially examine your personal credit as a big deciding factor in whether they're going to lend to your business or not. Now, later on, what you want to do is establish this full business credit with your DUNS, all the vendors that you have connected, and those guys are going to report to the agencies that the business in and of itself, without you being connected to it, is solvent, is great to lend to. And then down the road, you can actually get loans that, as I mentioned, that are just fully linked to your company and not to you personally. So that's a great thing.